in a time of famine and loss. One woman's unwavering faith and loyalty would lead to a story of redemption and hope. Journey with us through the book of Ruth, a testament to God's providence and the power of love, sacrifice, and restoration. During a time of famine in Bethlehem, a man named Elimelech moved his family, his wife Naomi, and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, to the land of Moab in search of sustenance. However, tragedy struck when Elimelech died, leaving Naomi a widow. Her 2 sons married Moabite women, Orpah and Ruth. But after 10 years, both sons also passed away. Naomi was left alone in a foreign land, grieving the loss of her husband and sons, with only her daughters-in-law by her side. The weight of her sorrow was immense, and she felt abandoned by God. When Naomi heard that the famine in Bethlehem had ended, she decided to return to her homeland. She urged her daughters-in-law to stay in Moab, where they could remarry and find security. Orpah tearfully agreed and returned to her family, but Ruth refused to leave Naomi. In a heartfelt declaration of loyalty, Ruth said, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if even death separates you and me." Ruth's unwavering commitment to Naomi marked the beginning of a profound journey of love and redemption. When Naomi and Ruth arrived in Bethlehem, the entire town was stirred by their presence. The women of the town exclaimed, "Can this be Naomi?" But Naomi, bitter and broken, replied, "Don't call me Naomi, call me Mara, because the Almighty has made my life very bitter. I went away full, but the Lord has brought me back empty." Despite Naomi's despair, Ruth remained steadfast and took it upon herself to provide for them. She began gleaning in the fields during the barley harvest, gathering leftover grain to ensure they had enough to eat. Ruth happened to glean in the fields of Boaz, a wealthy and kind man who was a relative of Naomi's late husband. When Boaz noticed Ruth, he inquired about her and learned of her loyalty to Naomi. Impressed by her character, Boaz ensured her safety and instructed his workers to leave extra grain for her to gather. He even invited her to eat with his workers and drink from their water jars. When Ruth returned home with an abundant harvest, Naomi was overjoyed and recognized Boaz as a potential kinsman-redeemer, a relative who could marry Ruth and restore their family line. Naomi devised a plan for Ruth to approach Boaz and ask him to be their kinsman-redeemer. Following Naomi's instructions, Ruth went to the threshing floor at night, where Boaz was winnowing barley. After he had fallen asleep, Ruth quietly uncovered his feet and lay down. When Boaz awoke and found her there, Ruth humbly asked him to spread the corner of his garment over her, a symbolic request for his protection and redemption. Boaz was deeply moved by Ruth's virtue and agreed to help her, but he explained that there was a closer relative who had the first right to redeem them. The next day, Boaz went to the town gate, where legal matters were settled, and met with the closer relative. He presented the opportunity to redeem Naomi's land and marry Ruth. The relative initially agreed to redeem the land, but declined when he learned he would also need to marry Ruth, as it could jeopardize his own inheritance. Boaz then publicly declared his intention to redeem the land and marry Ruth. The elders and townspeople witnessed the transaction and blessed Boaz and Ruth, praying that their family would be like that of Perez, the son of Judah and Tamar. Boaz and Ruth married, and soon after, Ruth gave birth to a son named Obed. Naomi's joy was restored as she held her grandson in her arms, and the women of Bethlehem celebrated with her, saying, "Praise be to the Lord, who this day has not left you without a kinsman-redeemer. May he become famous throughout Israel." Obed became the father of Jesse, who was the father of King David. Through this lineage, Ruth, a Moabite woman, became an ancestor of Jesus Christ, demonstrating God's redemptive love and his inclusion of all people in his plan. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this Bible story, please share it with your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more inspiring stories from God's Word. Click the bell icon so you won't miss our next video. God bless.